Welcome back. It's the latest diet trend, and it comes in a cup. It's called Teatox, and people are trying to lose some weight by pairing certain kinds of tea with light eating and that one thing called exercise.
But does it really work? We have Teresina Hintz with Steep Me a Cup of Tea to tell us more about some of these diet trends. Thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. It's great.
So we had a story last week talking about Consumer Reports doing kind of researching Teatoxing.
Right.
And I'd never heard of Teatox, but you guys
So it's
give
just
us a call.
so it's just a version of taking in different natural herbs in order to achieve some sort of a result. The problem is there's so many different items on the market, and there's so many things that do get added to maybe an unnatural option that are stimulants, caffeine, that sort of stuff that can be a little bit different than actually handcrafting an actual Teatox, which is what we do in our store. So we've been around for over 11 years, and we have been handcrafting our teas that long. And our Teatox has been in our line for 10 years. What we did is we actually put together all the pieces and parts that you see in here, sourcing them ourselves, testing them with our customers for over a year, and giving you a great result that you're seeing here.
So you know everything that's in it?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
And there are no stimulants, no caffeine. Because for some people who want to maybe implement something for themselves as far as a detox goes, maybe you want to do it in the morning. It's more convenient after you work out. Maybe you like to have something before bed. Because when you sleep with a lot of different herbs, they actually can do a lot of healing in your body while you're resting. And so our Teatox definitely has no caffeine, but it's just a great combination of cinnamon, licorice root, peppermint, yellow dock, ginger, and those great herbs all together kind of have their own reason they're in there. You know, peppermint and yellow dock are antibacterials. Dandelion and milk thistle are great for detoxifying your liver. And then the peppermint helps your tummy with the ginger. So that combination of herbs give you a great Teatox without it being bad.
You know your stuff.
We have been doing it for a while, yes.
I guess, so I would think one of the misconceptions would be that Teatox always needs caffeine, because you kept saying, I thought, well, maybe you misspoke, but these really don't have caffeine.
No, we try not to do that. Caffeine can give you some awkward results that don't last for very long. Some people who are moving into doing a detox are doing it because, yes, I'm changing my diet and maybe I'm having a fitness regime. The caffeine can do you a little bit of benefit, but as far as long-term healing for the body, which is really the ultimate goal at the end, that caffeine can be a little bit detrimental. So we always recommend, yes, if you would like to do something with a little caffeine, do that separate. But for your healing herbs, try to do something that doesn't have that added, just to give you the better long-term out of it.
So I love it.
Yeah.
So if somebody goes in, well, your location is just off Veterans, correct?
It is. We're
In
3
West
blocks
Fargo?
south of Costco, absolutely.
So talk a little bit about, if you come into your store, you must have some mixes already done. Do you work with people as to what they want? Can you maybe what's on the shelf isn't exactly what they want or need?
Absolutely. So whenever you come into our store, it can feel overwhelming because we have about 251 teas on the shelves right now. But we always like to have an individual conversation with each of our customers. They came in for either to find something that tastes really good, like our grandma's garden, or they came in for a very specific remedy that we have over 50 of. But we'll stand here, we'll have a conversation, and let me know what it is that you're looking for. Say, hey, you know what? I've been working out really hard on my New Year's resolution. Do you have something that can help me with my muscle soreness? Absolutely. Let's start you a regimen of our muscle soreness tea, and then maybe move you into our anti-fatigue tea. So that conversation happens with everybody. And then we move you into what the teas look like, how to make them, like you can do a travel cup, or maybe it's just a good idea to have a nice hot cup of tea for you to try it. And if you're not sure about it, we can modify it. Because we make all of our recipes, we can tweak some of those things for you. Some people might be allergic to cinnamon. They don't want that in the tea. Maybe we can substitute that out for something as effective, but then okay for your allergens.
This seems like a lot more of a natural approach as well.
Absolutely.
To some of the things. I kind of joked in the commercial break. I said, am I going to lose weight in this segment? I want the magic pill. Instant. That's right. You joke, but that's what people want.
They do. And we really try to have a good conversation about that because, some things can be effective a little quicker than other things. But, we're always asking you to invest at least a month in what you're trying to do because you need to cycle through 21 days, kind of make it a habit. And then let's see what we can do with the herbs for you. Because we source so many different things from so many different countries, maybe you're allergic to something and we didn't know that. And how would you know that? So we have the ability, because we're making everything, to fix that for you.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you brought us a cup. What is
we did.
This
This is now our Teatox. It is the non-caffeine version, no sweetener, no milk. We always suggest you try it this way, but adding a sweetener is okay.
I do like this.
But it's got a nice peppermint earthy taste. Sometimes people think they'll come in and try one of our remedy teas and why doesn't it taste like Mountain Dew or why doesn't it taste like strawberries? Well, we don't put artificial flavors in anything, and it does have its own natural taste. If it's something that's just so difficult to drink, we can up some mint, we can do some regular teas and stuff in there to kind of give it that background taste, but some of them are kind of earthy. So
I could do this at night before I go to bed?
Absolutely. You probably wouldn't do this large a quantity, but absolutely. Because then at 2 o'clock, you'd be like, that girl, she told me I'd be up.
So you've got Dirty Detox. What is that?
So our Dirty Detox is kind of a fun little thing that came about last year. A lot of people sometimes do so good, and then you end up making the mistake of maybe having pizza for dinner or too many beers. Our Dirty Detox is kind of an emergency tea. It has charcoal and amla berries in it, and so what you do is you would drink it after doing something maybe not so good, and it allows the toxins to be trapped by the charcoal in there. And it's really been up and coming. We actually offer that on a daily basis in the fridge. So we have several people who come in and are like, oh, I had a bad lunch. Can I get a detox? Absolutely. So.
Asking for a friend. Do you take it, right? Do you take it that night or the next morning?
Actually, as soon as you get home, because most people will store 3 or 4 in their fridge. And you know it's 1 o'clock and you're like, oh, this would make me so much better in the morning. Absolutely. You drink it right up.
Wow, that's awesome. So what about, because I feel like when you keep saying there's no caffeine, it kind of makes me, gets that feeling in my stomach like, well, what if, I still need a little something.
Oh, I have stuff that way too.
Okay. Okay. So just come in and ask. Well,
Absolutely.
Great. This is awesome. A different form of Teatox and a whole other line of things.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
All right, stay with us. We'll be right back here on North Dakota Today.